Hey guys, it's Mr. Danish, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to take a sneak peek at the other scenario designers trigger work. The reason why I do this video is because I got this message from a guy on YouTube called Pete's001, and he asked me the following: if you play online and do a CBA match, you need to put the guy you want on the flag, and then it duplicates it to another or a few other flags. How can you make such a match in the map editor? Please reply with an answer or make a video about it. So the reason why I'm making a video about it is because I can combine it with another topic that I would like to make a video about. How to make or how to take a sneak peek at other scenario designers trigger work. And the reason why I think that is a good idea is the fact that you would avoid these kind of messages if you just did it. And I'm not saying that I don't like messages from you guys. I'm just saying that you could avoid writing me, and that you would get your answer a lot quicker if you did all the stuff yourself. So I'm going to teach you now, and it's actually not that hard. You probably think this is not the ordinary CBA that you know, and that's correct. He is talking about a new kind of CBA that's called New CBA or CBA New. It's a little different from host to host, but CBA New or something, and it's a different kind of CBA where you, as mentioned here in this little message, you have to put a guy on a little a little flag, and then it duplicates to another flag, and it's not very advanced trigger work. Really, it's actually quite simple, but I understand it can be a little tricky, and therefore I will show you how to do this as well. So I'll just head over to the Age of Empires game. Okay, now that we're here, I just would like to start out with, you can't see the cursor. I realized that in my last video, but I'm pointing at the map editor now, and I'm clicking it now. And to the right you will see 3 buttons appear, and the first one here in the top is create scenario, the one in the middle is edit scenario, and the one at the bottom is campaign editor that we clicked in the last video. Normally we click create scenario or something, but today we're going to click this one, edit scenario, in the middle, and that brings us to this screen. Here you can see all the scenarios that we have, that I've either created or downloaded. And when I read that message from Pete's001, I assumed that he has played this game, otherwise he wouldn't use it as an example. And since he has played it, he will have it in this what would you know, this box, because you can't play a game online without having downloaded the scenario. So therefore he will have it in this list, and I have it as well. I have 2 versions, they are more or less the same. We'll just take this one, and as you can see here, that's the scenario he was talking about. You have this little base, and if the tower gets destroyed, you have lost. You have this little hometown thingy, and this is the square where you have to place your unit, and then he will spawn near these flags. So it's fairly simple. You can edit the map if you feel like it. I don't really recommend it because well, it's cooler to make the scenarios from scratch, but of course you could get inspiration or something from looking at it, but anyway, we're going to take a look at the trigger work here, and you can do this for all scenarios that you've played. So if you see a nice scenario where you think, whoa, that's nice trigger work, just do this. I'm going to show you. Click the edit scenario button, find your scenario, and then open it, and click the triggers tab. And as you can see, you will get access to all the scenarios that made for this scenario. As you can see, there's lots of them, over 1,000 triggers, so that's a lot of triggers. What I did was I checked the first trigger and saw what kinds of effects there was, and I realized it has something to do with resources, so I skipped, and I could see a pattern here, so I skipped all of these until I found this one, which I also took a look at, and that didn't have anything to do with the spawning system, so I skipped that one as well. This one is red because he just made an empty trigger to to separate from all the green triggers, and that's a way to do it. And then I took a look at this one, and then I found it. It's a really simple trigger. You can see the trigger details down here. Display as objective no, trigger starting state on, trigger looping yes, so it's not a one-time trigger. Fairly simple. Over here in conditions, he has own fewer objects as condition. Source player for in this example it's or in this trigger it's player 1. He has made all these triggers for each player, so it's a lot of trigger work. And he say object list type units and object type military, and then down here in this black box where you can't really see, it says 55. You can change that to whatever you like to, and then there's this other condition that's objects in area, and the quantity is 1, and he has set the area to be this around the ice circle. So and then the effects are create object and to place player 1, and the object list type is units, and the object list is militia, and then the location is near this flag, and then there's an exact same effect here, but the location is on the other flag. So basically, if there is less than 55 military units and 1 unit in this area, that's militia, that's important, then it will create a militia unit here and here to player 1. So that's basically what this trigger says. As I just mentioned, it's really important that it's a militia, otherwise it won't work. And he has made a another trigger, and it's the exact same. The only difference is the unit, and that in this trigger it's the arbalest. And in fact, he has made a trigger for each unit in the game, so that's a lot of triggers for player 1, and he also did for all the other players. Otherwise it won't work for all players, so it's a lot of work. I think he maybe did this with a program called Trigger Studio. It's a program that allows you to copy triggers, which is really useful. But it's an old program that I've heard a lot about it, and it should be very good, but I haven't tried it yet. I think I've tried it once, but I never learned how to use it really. But I will someday, hopefully. And that's an easy way to copy triggers. But if he didn't, it's a lot of trigger work, and it always will be, whatever way he did it. So what I'm basically saying here is I recommend you guys taking a look at other scenario designers trigger work once in a while, just so you can see what he did. Like if you play a nice scenario with some good trigger work, just go edit the scenario and take a look at how he did it, by analyzing the triggers and see how they work. And the most scenario designers use names on the triggers, which is a nice help. He didn't use names on all the triggers for each unit, which is well, I understand why he didn't, because that would be not very useful really, just waste of typing. Anyway, so in the future, if you ever play a nice scenario where you think, well, that's nice trigger work, then go edit the scenario and check it out how he did it before you ask me, please. And in general, I recommend that you, if you're new to triggers, that you just take a look at the triggers anyway, so you can see how the triggers work and get more familiar with it, and also see some different combinations of triggers. I bet that a lot of you guys wouldn't never have thought of this way of doing it. I'm not saying that you guys are dumb or anything, but I'm just saying that you have to think in these in this way to do trigger work. Like, how can you make it with these options that you have here? How can you get whatever you want by using these options. So yes. Anyway, I hope you will take a look at other scenarios. And thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Yeah, and also remember, if you use another guy's trigger, then or trigger system or anything, then give a credit to him or something. That's the least you can do. I think that's an important part of learning from other players. That is to mention that where you've learned it or something. Like yeah, just mention that you got the trigger or something from some other guy or the guy who made it. So yes, that's it for now. I, as mentioned, hope you enjoyed this video and that you will use it in the future. So thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and take care, guys. See ya.